Welcome to FBB Forum. If you like this content, please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the FBB Forum YouTube and Instagram pages. I'm very pleased to welcome back my friend, the beautiful IFBB Pro women's physique athlete, Olympian, and Masters Olympian, Susan Graham, or I should say Susan Mathison Graham, back to the podcast. Susan had a great competitive year in 2024 with a second place finish at Optimum on a big win at the Omaha Pro. And as a result of Omaha, Susan competed in her first Olympia and looked amazing on stage. Susan is currently living in her hometown of Wenatchee, Washington, but is moving back to Las Vegas soon to restart her personal training business. Stay tuned to find out more about her future plans. Welcome, Susan. It's so good to see you again.
Hi, David. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I hope, how's everything going in Wenatchee? I bet it's pretty cold up there.
It's cold and today it's wet, but I don't know. It's fine. You just bundle up a little more or wear a raincoat and it's not a big deal.
Oh, wow. It's raining up there. I can't imagine that cold
Yeah, it
and
was
rain.
snowing earlier this week and then it turned to rain. And so I feel like if it's gonna be cold and wet, I want it to be at least snowy wet, not rain.
Does it ice over or does it get like that?
Yeah, it does. I mean,
Yikes.
usually though it's like, yeah, it can get pretty gross when it rains and then freezes and yeah, especially the roads.
Oh, that's no fun. That's, yeah. I've always lived in Florida, so I don't know anything about snow and stuff. So, no, that's cool. And before we get too far in the interview, you talked about doing a name change, right? You're changing your name officially?
Officially, tomorrow, I am Susan Mathison again. And that
That's your
feels,
maiden name.
yes, and it feels amazing.
That's awesome. Congratulations. That's very cool. And and you're going to change your handles on some of your social media and that kind of thing?
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, there's, after you change your name, there's a lot of work to do, but I'll just start working on whatever I can, get it
That's
done.
very cool. Yeah. I think I've been referring to you as Susan Matheson Graham for a little while. So
I
yeah.
appreciate it. Helps, it's
Oh, you're
helpful.
welcome. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I wanted to mention your necklace too. Who made that necklace and what does it stand for?
Well, it is the Olympia O, and it's actually my one of my best friends forever and ever. She is a silversmith and she makes amazing jewelry, and she made it for me for the Olympia. And she actually made these earrings too. You can't really see them, but they're super cute.
Oh, they're very pretty. Yeah. So yeah, I'll include her Instagram down below so if people want to check out her because she
Hey,
does custom jewelry that she makes, right?
yeah,
And it's my father's daughter's jewelry, I think.
yeah, yep.
Yeah. Or something like that. I think, yeah, my father's daughter's jewelry. I'll double check it. Oh man. And I was just curious, I know this was your first Olympia. Like, what was your experience like there? I thought you looked great. I honestly, and I'm not kidding when I said, I really thought you should have been top 10, but the judges didn't, kind of overlooked you, I think, unfortunately. But I think, God, you look fantastic. You really look great.
I mean, it was just amazing to be there. I mean, I've been pro since 2012, and as anybody pro is the ultimate goal is to go to Olympia. So it was just a huge deal to be there and kind of check it off the list. I mean, if I end up back there, it would be awesome, but I'm kind of like, I feel good about it. I did it. I'm done. So, but it was awesome. I mean, the best of the best is on the stage, and it was quite the experience.
Yeah, you're just overall look and physique look terrific. I thought you looked better than ever there. So you looked
I feel
amazing.
like it was one of the best packages I brought too. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, no, you did. Even like we were talking about your suit cut was like perfect and a little bit different than what you usually do. Yeah, yeah, I just thought you looked amazing. So yeah. Now in terms of just so folks who don't know you, how long have you been competing in bodybuilding total and how long have you been a pro?
Well, so my very first show is in 2005. So I was 25 years old. And then I didn't compete again until like 2010. And then, and what really got me excited to compete again was the women's physique division came out in 2011. And there wasn't a lot of shows that year, but in 2012, I did the very first women's physique show, or one of the, not maybe the very first, but one of the first shows on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And then I won that, and then I went to Team Universe and I got my pro card. So and that was in 2012. So, and I competed pretty hard for the next couple of years. Then I took 5 years off, and then I did powerlifting, and then came back to bodybuilding, and here I am.
Yeah, I like that you took that 5 year break because you came back just really better than ever and really improved, I thought.
Made a huge difference.
And now it's paying off because you're winning shows and you're looking amazing. So yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Um, and could you say, where maybe you hope to compete again?
Yeah, so as of right now, I'm just trying to figure out my life, but of course I still want to continue bodybuilding. So tentatively, my goal this year would be to compete at the Masters Olympia in Japan, since I'm qualified for that. One, I think it is really cool to go to Japan. And then, and two, I just think it's like a really great show. And I like that it's the Masters. I feel like it's kind of it's my age group. So maybe a little more competitive. But yeah, that's the ultimate goal. If I do that and then feel like doing more, I might, but it might just be just one this next year. Or if my life changes a lot, maybe none. I don't know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome if you can get to Masters Olympia. I know you placed fifth place in 2023 Masters Olympia, so you qualified for
Mhm.
this upcoming year's edition of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrific. That's so awesome. Yeah, I hope that you can go, and I think that's going to be a great show. I think you can win it, honestly. So I'm hoping you can get over there and get to go to Japan for sure.
Thank you.
So how long have you worked as a personal trainer?
So I started personal training. Well, I have a degree in horticulture, and it has an emphasis in making wine and growing wine grapes. But I quickly learned that that wasn't really the way I wanted to go. So I became a personal trainer in 2010, I think, maybe 2009. Anyways, around there. And then I worked at a gym down there, and I lived in Paso Robles, California. So I worked at a gym there, and then when I moved back to Washington in about 2013, I did I worked for like a women's fitness group, and then kind of did like outside training. It was actually kind of cool. It was, everybody would bring their hand weights and a ball, and we put together workouts. And that was out. I lived in Mattawa, Washington, which is kind of the middle of nowhere. So
Mm.
fun to have. And then eventually I bought a house, and I converted a 2-car garage into a studio, and I trained people out of my studio for 7 years, and
Okay,
it was amazing. Yeah.
that's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, you said you had so many clients there that you actually had a wait list.
Yep. I always had people always interested in training, but I mean, since I'm only one person, you can only take so many people in a day.
Sure. Did you work with bodybuilding and lifestyle clients?
I would say mostly lifestyle. I feel like that's where I get the most satisfaction, is just helping someone that used to love to hike and they can't hike anymore because their knees are bad. And really, you just got to strengthen some muscles around the knee, and they get back to hiking. And it's like, I just feel like I'm improving people's lives, and in bodybuilding, I love it, but it's kind of an extreme, and and the process to get to the stage isn't necessarily super healthy. But I mean, an off-season bodybuilder, that's definitely cool because it's a healthy lifestyle. So, but I mean, I like to help whoever I can help. If I can benefit someone, then I like to work with them.
That's awesome. And that way, if you get that business up and running again, you can save for Masters Olympia too.
That would be ideal.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It's gonna be not cheap going to Japan.
I know it's not cheap. At least I think I told you the exchange rate is pretty positive for Americans at least, so that's good.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, travel and stuff is going to be expensive, I bet. Now, when do you hope to move back to Vegas? Are you going to try to get the New Year's resolution folks here in January?
Well, I it'd probably be more like early-ish January to mid-January. I'm kind of working on finding the perfect place to live, which is I have my dog, so I want to find something that has a yard and then doesn't cost a ton. So, and there's stuff out there. I kind of found one place, but it doesn't sound like it's quite available, but I'll figure it out, get down there sooner than later.
That's terrific. Yeah, that's great. I think it's great that you're moving back to Vegas. I think you were there like twice this year, I think, or three
Um,
times.
I went down 3 times. Yeah,
Yeah. And it was kind of nice because you were right there for the Olympia. I mean, you were local, so yeah, that was kind of nice.
it was perfect.
Yeah, that's terrific. Now, do you have an idea which gym in Vegas that you would like to work for your personal training business, or like a preferred gym?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not set on any gym. I mean, I would train people. I mean, if people have a home gym, like I totally would train a person at their own home gym.
Mhm.
But I have done a lot of my own personal training at Powerhouse Gym in Vegas, and I do enjoy, I do like that gym, and I'm most familiar with it. So it would be great if I could get into doing some stuff there, but I haven't done any of the logistics and or figured anything out there. But that would be cool.
That would be awesome. Yeah, there are a couple bodybuilding legends, right, that run that gym.
Yeah, like I have it. Yeah, Hide and Iris, they both are super cool, and but yeah, I haven't like talked to them or anything. So I'm
Sure.
not sure exactly where I'm gonna be.
Sure, sure. No, I understand, but if people wanted to reach out to you about being personal training client, they can reach out by Instagram.
For sure, Instagram would be the best. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very cool. And I'll make sure to include your Instagram handle at the bottom too, or in the comments. Um, I was curious. Now I know because you did powerlifting and you have some experience with it. Is that something that you could train people for too?
Yeah, definitely. I really enjoy coaching the squat, bench, and deadlift. Because it's so like really to be proficient at a 1 rep max. It's like there's so much technique that goes into it, and so yeah, I really enjoy coaching that. I don't want to coach any like program a power lifter to go to a meet because I mean I've done a few myself, but definitely my expertise are more in bodybuilding. And two, like I'm not really looking to like be a bodybuilding coach. Um, just because I think there's a lot of other coaches out there that I have if somebody was similar to what I am, I would consider coaching them. But yeah, like when it comes to guys, it's everything's so different when you're actually prepping for a competition that I would rather just do personal training for them and why they work with a different coach.
Sure, I understand. No, definitely. And I think that's good. And you told me earlier you prefer to do in-person personal training, right? Or
I
that's pretty much all you work with. You aren't going to do virtual clients.
No, I just really hate sitting in front of a computer, and so I'm a busybody. So yeah, training in person is is what I prefer to do. I've done it all, but in person is preferred.
Sure, sure. I totally understand that. No, I understand. And I think you can help people more that way versus,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so impersonal, I think, with computers sometimes, and you
Yeah,
can't.
and so much of it is like, you can do the push-ups and you can do the pull-ups, but it's a mindset and it's a lifestyle that really get the results. And so I feel like when I'm in person, I can, I just feel like I can I don't know, motivate and inspire more of that mental side of it.
Yeah, I got you. I totally understand that. No, that totally makes sense. And no, that's cool. Now, when you mentioned you don't necessarily do coaching, like prep coaching per se, but I get you've worked with coaches before when
Oh,
you do something?
I've had a lot of coaches and and I feel like every coach I've had, I've always learned a lot from. And yeah, I appreciate all that. So yeah, I have lots of experience and I probably should actually do more coaching, but it's so, I don't know, it's just so involved whenever you're prepping for a show, and it just takes a lot. It's like you almost just can't pay enough. The time that a coach puts in for a prep is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I know, you've had some changes in your life too, so you're trying to get settled and everything too. So Yeah, no, I totally understand that. It makes sense, I think. Um, Now you've talked about too about doing nutritional coaching. Is that something that you would do again in
Yeah,
terms of?
I mean, I'm not a nutritionist, so I always put that out there. But I do like to, I mean, most people are, most lifestyle clients, they're under eating protein. So, you just kind of, set some parameters and usually you can make, a lot of gains just on, not being, on a regimented bodybuilding diet, but just some basic guidelines can really improve and someone's results. And so, yeah, I like to do whenever I coach somebody, I do like to, when I do personal training with somebody, I do like to implement some nutrition and at least some talk about what we're doing outside of the gym. And just because it's so important, if they're not doing anything outside the gym, then we're all wasting our time.
Yeah, I got you. No, that makes a lot of sense, and that's good that you kind of establish that with your clients. I think, and help them in that regards. I think people are a little bit clueless about nutrition and or they're eating a lot of garbage, and that they're just making themselves sick.
A lot of times it's funny, you'll find that a lot of people know, but like the motivation is so low and to follow through. So a lot of times it's just having someone like myself caring that helps them care a little bit more, because nobody else usually in their lives care if they ate their protein that day. And I do. And so so yeah, it's just kind of a little bit of, a lot of times this is accountability that's we all need a little accountability sometimes.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I totally agree with you on that. No, that's a good point. I think that's yeah, and like you said, yes, somebody showing that you care, and I think that makes a huge difference, with
Yeah.
people in terms of trying to improve their lives and get healthier and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was curious if you have any sponsors now, or are you seeking any sponsors?
No, I don't I really don't enjoy doing social media, as you know, because you helped me a lot with that. And but I feel like anytime you get sponsored, you have to post and promote stuff. And I can't even promote myself when I believe in myself. I can't even promote it. I can't. So if I had a product that I was supposed to promote, I don't think it'd work out. So
Sure.
I don't really seek out any sponsors.
No, that's cool. I'm just curious, especially now that you're an Olympian, it might be maybe people reaching out. But it might be nice to get like a suit sponsor or something like that. That would be kind of cool.
That is true. That would be easy.
Save you
Yeah.
some money too. Those things are expensive.
It's so expensive, but I don't know. My suit I have now, I'm good with for at least another show or two.
Oh yeah, that suit is fantastic. The one you wore at the Olympia.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
you looked really good in that one. I like the colors and just like I said, the way it fit you and everything was really nice. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. I was just wondering that's all the questions I had for you. I didn't know if there's anything that I missed that you'd like to address.
Um, no, I think that's about it.
Very cool. And well, best wishes to you in back coming back to Vegas and getting some personal training clients. And I hope this interview helps maybe, get the word out that you're going to be doing the business again too.
It'll be good. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And best wishes to you, hopefully at Masters Olympia in Tokyo and or another show maybe in the US too.
Yeah.
Um if
A
I'm
lot of change this to be by from now until the middle of 2025. So
very cool. Yeah. If you do compete in USA again, it'll be easier for me to go see you compete. So I'm cool with that too.
I'm good.
Well, thank you so much, Susan, and I'll get this posted, like I said, maybe tomorrow morning. Yeah, tomorrow morning, but and I'll tag you, of course. But best wishes to you, yeah, and hope everything goes great with personal training business.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.